You know, that was a strange situation, and that dad, and I, excuse me, I don't know why I was so shocked that the whole family went except Edith, and she'd been to Europe because she went when John was stationed over there in the war and stuff, and she's a nurse. But the rest of us all went together. Phil went too, and we all went. We were shocked because we got to this small, beautiful little town in Germany, and we went to a place where my aunt Elfrida lived. Her husband, Willie, was the one that inherited everything because Dad came to America. Grandpa was very, very wealthy man. He had two maiden aunts, and they both died young, and he inherited all that. So he was rich and mean as the devil. And so he was raising the kids in this great, big, beautiful, stretched out, at least a block long, I'm not kidding, house. I mean, it was like a school or something, an establishment. And it was very attractive. I saw it, we saw it, and it overlooked, sitting on top of a mountain and looking across, you could see literally Switzerland, and I don't know what one, the other smaller country, but I mean, it shows you how high we were up anyhow. A very rich establishment. Well, the point is that Dad would have inherited everything, but Grandpa's was losing money. Somebody was stealing. And because Dad was in training as the oldest son, there were 5 boys. He was in training, so he assumed it was Dad. He was the only one that had any access to it. And he'd take Dad, and I saw in this building where he'd take him upstairs in the attic and beat him. And then sometimes we'd be there overnight. Anything to make Dad admit that he was doing it. He wouldn't do it. So finally he said to Dad, what am I going to do with him? He's worthless. Beat up. And Dad said, I want to go to America. He'd evidently heard about it, Fine. So he got him, gave him the money, dressed him like a rich kid. So I'm off, came to America. When the ship landed there, they all lined up, to be able to get off. But Dad didn't have all the proper credentials. So he said they told him and he was with his leather bags and that. There was a priest there. He stepped forward, put his arm around her. He said, I'm sponsoring. He saw he had that crossing. So Dad ended up then in New York, stayed overnight in an expensive hotel. Next morning, he woke up, everything he had was gone.
Oh no.
Somebody got his shoes. Everything he had, except, I don't know, I suppose he had pants, I don't know. Anyway, so he ended up out in the
So hopefully he had pants.
I don't know what. But anyhow, this is the story. I finally heard, we heard it after we were adults down and by the way, he could speak 4 languages very easily. Very easily.
Which 4?
I know in Italy, Italian was one. He could speak French, German, Italian, and some English, but not fluent. I mean, he struggled, but he was smart, and he also had, he was 17 at the time. So anyhow, he heard about cowboys and Indians that were in the Midwest. That's why he did it. I hope I'm not bored.
No, I love it. Keep talking.
Just, anyhow, it's kind of strange how life evolves, this wonderful America, wonderful, wonderful country. And he came, And he sure enough, he lined up with what was that at that time? Most famous cowboys and Indians. What was his name? Anyhow, Dad got a job with him because he found what state and city they were in at the time, and he got a job with him. So his job was they'd line up on their horses, the cowboys, and all, and then the big shop. What was his name? Anyhow, but Dad has to open the flap to the tent, and then Dad would pull the flap, and in would they all come. The whole, line
Is part of a movie or what?
Huh?
Part of a movie?
Part of the show that they put on in the big canvas tent. Oh yeah.
My grandma said that he came over via the circus or something.
No.
He went on a traveling show.
He went with this traveling show.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they traveled from one state to another.
And that's how he got to the Midwest.
And then that's how he finally ended up in South Dakota.
Oh, okay.
Where my mother was.
In Sioux Falls?
No, this was in Mitchell, near capital actually, Mitchell, South Dakota. But anyhow, Mom was out on the farm, this little farm, with 5 brothers, and a mother who didn't want to ever work in the kitchen and so on. She liked to be outside. And so Mother ended up, permanently. And then whenever they had, and they didn't own everything, they just went working as a crew from one place to another. So she had all these brothers and the mother. So, but the reason I mention that is my mother was the finest cook there, cooking and baking and everything wonderful. And so, anyhow, but Dad, of course, here he was in with these. Most of them didn't get past 6th to 8th grade. I think Mother went through 8th grade. And here's Dad's all this knowledge of all kinds and travel and everything. But he'd sit down to the piano and play and sing. He had a wonderful. And of course, all these cowboys, all these farm hicks, I'm sure they were kind of hated him, because they were fat in barn dances. He'd play for the barn dances, and they'd come play their fiddles. And Dad, if he didn't know the song, he'd learn it, that sort of thing. So anyhow, how they ever paired off, I'll never know. Because here's this city slicker and Mother, this little farm girl. But, considering that Dad was one of those who was hard to live with. She was one of those who could absorb it. Mm-hmm. They could go memory of my mother.
So.
Well, they're the kind of people, and forgive me if it sounds like I'm bragging, but honest to gosh, they're the kinds that they went out and they could get territory in Montana for nothing if they lived there a certain. I forget what they called it, homestead.
Homestead.
And they could, and so Dad wanted, of all people in the world, but no background, he'd work and work and work. In fact, he was so terrible that when Mother finally called him home, there were 2.
At farming, you mean?
Hmm?
He was terrible at farming?
Oh, impossible. One time, she came, he didn't come. It was getting dark, she was worried, she went out there, and there he was, quite a long ways away. But I found he was on his back, he had his feet up in the air, he was trying to do something and tell the horse what to do, to back up or something, and the horse wouldn't do it, and he was there, and he couldn't let it down, it would all fall on top and kill it.
Oh my gosh.
He got himself into something like that. And then shortly after that, Mom was telling me about that. All over, I don't know if you ever heard of it, they had a worldwide flu. Wiped out people by thousands and thousands of flu. And Mom was pregnant with the first child.
With Lauren?
She got halfway home so she could keep the child alive. And she did tell me that she was on a bus, and on her way home, and from Montana to South Dakota, somewhere along the line, she felt the baby was coming early. So she told the bus driver, she told me that to let her off. They had places where they would let people off, and there was a light on, but it was actually out in the boonies. He let her off, and she didn't know it was like that. And she got off, and he took off, and there she was. And there was nothing anywhere around, and this baby was starting to, make motion. She could see way off in the distance. She saw a light. Well, it's the only way to know, because she walked and walked and walked till she finally got there. And when the lady came to the door, she let out a scream. She said, because mother was starting to have the baby. She said she just threw something down on the floor. She laid down with a pillow and had the baby born dead. And she lost her first. And the folks, as I say, they had 7 children, but they lost the first one. And she said that she did tell me, she said she cried and cried, thought she'd never have any more. She had 6 more. But she said like this, I didn't have to worry so much about it. But she said, this is what she said, because she had lost the first one, when she found out she was going to have my brother Lauren, and she said, I was out of this world. Of course, she's a farm woman, and she's used to animals, having animals, and it's just a part of nature. And she thought she'd be one of those. They were having each other. And so she was crazy, nuts about my brother. And then she said, Dad was very jealous of me. He was never nice to my brother.
Because he got the attention?
Exactly. Funny, how I remember in high school, here I go again, we had a new teacher in high school. I was a freshman. And her name was Bertie Hostuma. Bertie, isn't that a funny name? And she talked about something called psychology. And then she talked a little about the importance of, and she had this book that she condensed, and it was the only high school in town, and it was huge, it was massive. But she was able to influence them. And that one book that she had us read, it was only like a 6-week course. It was, I think influenced me next to the Bible, because I thought that made so much sense, that understand people's feelings as well as the brain.